Okay, so the last section in Unit 4 is application of sine and cosine law. We are going to do a couple of examples, and that's it. We are done with this unit. So the first question is to draw a triangle PQR. Nothing is given to you. You should be able to draw it. And then it says that PQ So let's see how we can solve this one. Again, as I said, we are going to draw the triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle like this one. And then we are going to name it PQR. Okay? We know that side PQ is 10. So this side is 10. We know that side PR is 8.5, which is this. And we also know that the angle P is 48, so this angle is 48. Now I have to find QR, this one. I have to find this angle, and I have to find this angle. Now to find QR, okay, I'm going to see what information I have. I have PQ, and I have PR, and the angle between them. Automatically, if you remember what I said here, two sides and the angle between them, you use cosine law. So I'm going to say if this one is called P because it's in front of vertex P, I can say that P squared is equal to 10 squared plus 8.5 squared minus 2 times 10 times 8.5 times cos of the angle between them, which is 48. Now, if you go ahead and simplify this expression on the right and take the square root of it, then you are going to see that P is approximately 7.6 centimeter. I just leave it to you to simplify expression. So now that we know P, which is 7.6, I have to find either angle R or Q. Now to find the angle R or Q, the easy one is to use sine law. I can still use cosine law, but cosine law is a little bit, too many steps and expression, to simplify. So to write the sine law for angle R, I'm going to write the side in front of angle R, which is here, which is 10, divided by sine R, is equal to any other side. Let's say I take P, which is 7.6, and the angle in front of it. So I'm going to say 7.6 divided by sine 48. Now, to find sine R, I'm going to crisscross. I'm going to multiply these two together. So I get 10 sine 48 is equal to 7.6 sine R. To find sine R, I'm going to divide by 7.6 both sides. And I get sine R is 10 sine 48 divided by 7.6. If you use the inverse sign on your calculator, you are going to find that R is approximately 76.3 degrees. Now, the last thing that we have to find before the triangle is solved is to find angle Q. Now, either you can use sine law, cosine law to find angle Q, but the easiest way, we know that the sum of the interior angles in any triangle is 180. So I'm going to subtract angle R and P from 180 to find angle Q. So I'm going to say Q is equal to 180 minus 48 minus 76.3. From here, I'm going to find Q is 55.7 degrees. Okay, the last example is we have a large triangular garden which is designed for a city park. The three sides are to be 12, 14, and 15 meters. What is the angle of each corner of the garden? This means you have to find the interior angles of this triangle. Okay, as usual, we have a word problem, so we are going to draw the triangle first. So I'm going to draw a triangle like this one, A, B, C. We know that the three sides are 15, let's say 14, and 12. Now, first of all, I cannot use sine law because no angle is given, so forget about the sine law. Now I will look at the conditions that I can use the cosine law. I know that if three sides are given, cosine law is possible to be used, and I have three sides, so I can use cosine law. So to find, for instance, angle A, this one, I know the side in front of it is 14. So I have to write 14 squared is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides, which is 12 squared, plus 15 squared, minus 2 times 12 times 15, times the cos of the angle between them. The cos of the angle between them is angle A. Now, since cos is unknown, I have to isolate cos. But since cos is negative 2 times 12 times 15, I'm going to move this one to the left to change the sign, and 14 squared to the right to change the sign. So I'm going to get 2 times 12 times 15 cos A is equal to 12 squared plus 15 squared minus 14 squared. Everybody okay? Now, to isolate cos A, I'm going to divide both sides by 2 times 12 times 15. This one cancels with this one. So cos A is going to be the inverse of this expression that you have to use your calculator. Again, it's up to you how to use your calculator. I'm not going to spend time, to show you how to punch the numbers. If you do it properly, you are going to get that A is 61.3. Okay, now that we have angle A, 61.3, I must try to find angle C or B. Now, again, either I can use cosine law for angle C, or I can use the easier method, which is sine law, because now I have side and the angle in front of it, I can use sine law. So I can write 14 divided by sine 61.3 is equal to, let's say we want to find angle C, this angle. So I can write the side in front of it, which is 12, divided by sine C. Again, I'm going to crisscross, cross multiply, and I'm going to get 14 sine C is 12 sine 61.3. I divide by 14 to isolate sine C. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the inverse sine, and I'm going to find that angle C is how much? 48.9? 48.7. Okay. So we found that angle C is 48.7. Now the last angle that I have to find is angle B. Again, I can either use cosine law, sine law, or since two angles are known, I can subtract the sum from 180 to find angle B, which is the easiest one. So I'm going to say angle B is 180 minus 61.3 minus 48.7, which is going to give me how much? 70.1. And that's it. So we solved the triangle, finding all the interior angles using sine and cosine law in combination with each other.